I didn't. Oh, whoa, you're gone.
Yeah.
なん
だでも
朝かと一人ごつ焼けたパンにバターのりのりやんだ雨はなんか湿って生乾き変な足跡だと思ったら木の葉に透けて足跡やけに土が蜜を吹けんで I don't know.
Again?
Just open up our channels. Whoa, you don't have to twitch out on me. Oh my goodness. Kairi's about to crash out. Welcome in. It's me from your FNAF stream from like 3 years ago. Holy hell. Welcome back in, Bash.
Oh, it's Bash.
Welcome in.
It's Bash Bash.
Hi. Kumukuti-kuti-tap. Kumukulit ang ilaw. Ganyan lang. Na-na-na-na-na.
Yes, I remember our password.
Yay. Good job.
Yeah,
All right.
2 tries.
Welcome in, chat. If there's anyone new here, oh, we don't have any background music. Here you go. If anybody is new here, my name is Raika.
And I'm Kairi.
And together we are
Ecotone!
Vtuber Sisters from
the Philippines. Welcome back, everyone. It's good to see you. But first, we shall greet our gold star getter. And that is... Corgi!
Corgi's consistent.
Corgi. Yeah, early bird.
Corgi, gentle Corgi. Welcome in.
Hello. Welcome.
And to the rest of you, whatever.
No, whatever. Just a hi.
Whatever. You guys did not get the special gold star.
Paralyze is here.
Whoa!
Paralyze! It's been so long.
Morning, Mars.
Jupiter. Saturn.
Neptune. Good morning.
I'm only getting the chat right now, so yeah.
Oh, you could do that. No, you could do the special word so that everybody's like.
Everybody, let's say hello to each other by saying our special word of the day, and that special word is. Whistle while you work.
Kairi, that is not whistling.
Everybody whistle!
How can you expect chat to whistle when you can't even whistle yourself?
I'm whistling.
Nako, Junie is leaving na, oh.
No, don't leave. Why are you leaving?
Because you made them have to whistle.
No! Whistle while you work.
Jesus Christ.
I know how to whistle.
Okay.
I'll teach you how to whistle, Raika.
Okay.
You get your tongue, right? And then you make a little circle with your tongue.
Okay.
It has to be like a loop.
What the hell are you doing?
Why are you laughing?
You look ridiculous. Oh my god.
What?
You remember when we played that game, the mermaid game? The mermaid like horror RPG thing?
Which one? Oh, Mermaid Swamp?
Mermaid Swamp.
Yeah?
Yeah, and then search it up, chat. Well, I don't know if you would want to, but the corpse of the mermaid looks like what Kairi is doing. I'm gonna draw.
What? What do you mean?
I shielded you from that because I didn't want you to have nightmares.
Like.
But ganun talaga yung it was like, because the bodies are bloated from the water. So it's like a bloated body and it's like that.
That's how I whistle.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, you can search it up just to like imagine what Kairi is doing with her mouth. Anyway, let's say hi.
Hello. Good morning, Shinano.
Hi, Shinano.
Hi. How do you pronounce that?
Jesus.
Hello. Good morning. Paralyzed.
Hi, Paralyzed. It's been a while, Paralyzed. It's so nice to see you in the chat, though.
Yeah. How is that spelled? Everyone always asking about spelling. No, how
Following
are
heart,
you?
though.
How are you? Always how to spell.
Jesus Christ. It's because you never make it easier for chat.
Hello. Good. I saw you afternoon pala. Good afternoon, Vev from YouTube.
Hello, Bev. Welcome in.
Hi. Hello, Junie. We miss you, Junie.
Hi, Junie.
Everybody says they can't whistle.
Whoa. What was that?
You know, sometimes deers really are
What?
the apex predators of this world.
Okay.
Hi, Tara.
So the person
Welcome
goes.
back.
Okay, next.
Try whistling in reverse. Some people find it easy. Huh?
Sige nga.
Whistle while you work.
You just like snorted like a pig. What was that? Okay, next.
Hello.
Damn, Heath. Heath says, I regret to inform you ladies that I've killed all the monsters in Monster Hunter Wilds. There are none left for you. You've made the place a safer world for us.
It's not even Monster Hunter Wilds anymore. It's just Hunter Wild. Hello, Corgi. You saw the pig? What picture? Oh, the mermaid
one. Do you want to see it?
No, because I might have nightmares.
It's
about
not that bad. I saw a thumbnail of it recently and I'm like, it's not that bad.
Really?
It's not that bad.
You're making a face.
Just
That's
as
not
long as it's like
good.
really small, you probably wouldn't be scared. Okay, next.
Me and that's it. That's all the people who whistled. Apparently, everybody else can't whistle.
Okay, you guys will not get hellos today.
There was a
Even-
lot of people who said
Hello earlier.
Yeah.
You are now ignored.
Even till now, they're saying hello. But you
Sorry.
did not whistle, so no hellos.
I can whistle. Look where.
It's hard to hear a whistle when you just look.
What's the word of the? You gotta whistle.
You whistle while you work.
Hiragana is trying. Shirana is also trying. Okay, go. Alright, I appreciate it.
Hiragana.
Bakit yung sa'yo, hiragana, it's
It's like crying.
Hi, hiragana. Hello, Shinano. Welcome in.
Hi.
Ano yan? Skinner.
Skinner.
Ano yan? Wus. Ano yan?
It's like calling a cat.
I think that's like different.
You gotta believe. I believe in you. Raika believes in you, right?
I do not believe.
Well, that's kind of one half
Probably will
believement.
suck out of it, honestly.
I recently,
Recently, okay.
learned how to whistle. What do you want me to prove it, huh? You weirdo.
Yeah,
Okay.
like, I think you can't.
If I whistle,
Liar.
you should whistle too. What are we doing today?
Whistle while you work.
Me and Raika, we kind of talked about what we were gonna do today.
And then we did not.
We
do
did
it.
not.
We did
do
not
what
prepare
we
for
were
it.
Gonna do. Do you still want to do it?
I mean, do you want to do
I
it?
can still do it. I can just transform.
we could do it for another day because like you can just
Yeah,
like
yeah,
focus
yeah.
on chat. We haven't focused on chat in a while.
Yeah.
All right, so
Like surprise then, you know?
it's Zatsudan day, I guess.
Yay!
Which means we have to talk to you directly, I guess.
Yeah, nobody gets snubbed. Let's go! What?
We just snubbed them earlier by
Where?
not saying the whistle thing.
Oh yeah, because they didn't whistle. That's part of the thing. You gotta whistle while you work.
Jesus.
Now what do
I
we
just woke
talk?
up, chat. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not in the best mood. I just woke up.
I'm hungry.
You're hungry?
I'm hungry.
Oh. Okay.
I never get to use that.
Something that we realize is that
Jinx, you owe me a soda. Or a donut. Let's
I've
change
been
that.
buying us food for the past few weeks.
I bought us food last time.
When? What?
Yesterday.
What did you buy?
We bought something together.
Mm,
You said that
doesn't count if you don't remember it.
it was in group and then you didn't pay your end and I was like, no, I'll handle it.
Okay.
I'm buying us good stuff today.
Okay.
It's just my cravings.
No, before I forget,
Mm.
me and Kairi realized that VTubers don't really use their toggles very often.
True.
You know,
Mm.
like a basic thing. What's it called? A basic
A base model.
a base rigging.
Expression.
Like the one that Akalime, our rigger, does, like kind of does the job for us. 90%. We don't really need to do anything else.
Yeah.
Everything else is just like added flavor.
Especially if you have NVIDIA,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have NVIDIA.
We'll upgrade your graphics soon enough, probably.
To NVIDIA?
Yeah.
Cause
You could use Google though. Google
what?
media tracking.
I could do that like
Media
right now.
pipe. Yeah. Try it out.
Okay. I always so while I work. Where is it? Camera off, right?
Yeah, camera off.
Shutting down Kairi.
Then you go to tracking type.
Tracking type.
Oh, cancel.
Wait, I thought you knew what.
Tracking quality? Yeah, media pipe webcam tracker. Try that one.
Camera on.
Well, maybe lower your camera a little bit.
Oh, my camera is really high. I didn't know that.
Maybe that's why it's not tracking you properly.
It's not a it problem, but a me problem.
Why super fancy toggles when you can have a Kairi that just pays a lot of PNG depending on... That's true. That's
Huh?
very true.
What PNG?
I kind of want to unnote my thingy.
I don't think it's
Usually...
working. I think it's slow now.
I
don't think it worked. Man. Let me see. I don't think it's doing anything. Maybe I need to calibrate. Or maybe actually it's pretty good. Chat, what do you think? Is my mouth opening well? I don't think my mouth is opening well for this one.
Just go back to your settings and then make your mouth open sensitivity higher. Mouth smile sensitivity higher. Then just see how it feels.
Oh, it's still while you work.
At least now it's not like you're always angry when you fully open your mouth, you know?
That's true. There we go. That's better. Oh, but I'm looking up now. How do I fix that?
Asakato hitori totsu.
Sometimes I wish I can be a dinosaur voice
Tepada.
actor.
Mori. I don't know why I did that. Okay, the evil slipped out a little bit.
Because of what?
Just you being around, I guess. You bring out the worst of me.
Because I'm the angel to your devil.
Sure, whatever you say.
Ferocious! Yeah! Does Kairi have teeth?
She does. It's just that she has baby teeth. Look at the difference between my teeth and her.
Oh, Ganya! Why is my teeth so small? What happened?
I'm not gonna lie, when I drew the teeth, I think mali yung pagkalagay ko.
Eh?
Na we have the same teeth. It's just I accidentally made it higher in your mouth, and Akaline probably thought that that's just how it's supposed to be. So now you have smaller teeth, but it's okay. It gives you fangies, I guess. So.
I guess so. Am I moving right? Is my mouth moving right?
Make the sensitivity high,
It's now 100. Both of them are now 100.
and then try to do the ano ulit.
Or maybe the smile part is making it weird. I'm gonna talk about you and the world around you, boss.
Moms.
And boss.
I see some VTubers kind of make like this, how to make your model better, and it's like you gotta over puppeteer it, where you kind of like, you like, hey guys, what's up? you
Yeah.
kind of be a little bit more intense with the way you move, and I guess it's okay. I don't know. But sometimes when I see them move around like that with their tutorials, it just reminds me of people who act like Disney characters. Like,
yeah, you're very animated.
very animated. Yeah, exactly.
Understandable.
Chat says, why did you become like ano daw, Optimum Pride?
Optimum Pride? Where? It's been so long. I think that meme is dead now.
You think so?
Kinda.
Yeah,
I haven't seen it
it's
for a
pretty
while.
old.
Right? It was during like our second year of streaming. Right? Oh no, it's not tracking my mouth properly.
I think you can go back to level 5 na lang if you're more comfortable with that.
Wink. Oh, I can't wink. Sayang.
Sayang na sayang lang ang pag-ibig ko.
Maybe
Anyway.
level 5. What does level 5 do? Why is it level 5? Was I level 5 earlier?
Yeah, you were level 5.
Okay. There, at least my mouth is like working for this one.
Raika, evil octopus lady? Does that mean Raika is Ursula from The Little Mermaid? Actually, The Little Mermaid is wrong. The true evil people of the sea are mermaids, chat. We were misrepresented by Disney. Mickey comes in and tries to like beat me up for saying that. What did you say? Get my freaking mouth out of get my freaking name out of your mouth, beep. And then starts beating me up. Whoa, that's Woody Woodpecker. That's like a completely different character.
That's Mickey Mouse. He laughs like that.
That is not how he.
Hey, Minnie, you're so gorgeous.
Whoa. That is not.
That's Mickey Mouse.
You're critiquing people who act like Disney characters while Kairi's literally spent the entire stream trying to sing Whistle While You Work, and I don't approve of it. I think it was cringe.
Me?
Yeah.
We're the same blood.
Just because
I'm cringe,
you were my
cringe.
sister doesn't mean that you are free from criticism. You're cringe. I hope you know that.
But you love cringe. You lived in a world of cringe before.
Our cringe is very different. My cringe is like Tumblr, fan fiction, Naruto shipping.
What's my cringe?
Your cringe is like, cringe.
What? Where did that came from? Tell me something that I did cringe.
Whistle while you
Other than
work.
today.
What do you mean? It just bleeds through every day.
Every day.
See, chat says cringe. Cringe is genetic? No, we just have a different kind of cringe. Mine is like cute cringe. Kairi is like, cringe.
But why are you saying my cringe is disgusting? My cringe
No,
is
I
really
said
cool.
your. Oh my gosh! So last night at work, I was watching Cars. Life is
Why are you watching Cars during?
because I have
time?
Disney Plus and I'm trying
And
to like get as much
why
money.
did you invite me?
Why would I invite you to watch Cars with me?
Because we grew up with Cars.
Okay, next time I watch Cars, I'll tell you to like work with me here.
Nice.
And you can watch Cars. But it was really good. It was really fun.
Highway, I wanna ride it
All night long. What was that?
The banjo part.
Oh. If you do it my way, I wanna ride all night long. Always wondered how they made Car Babies. No, the beauty of Cars 1 is that it leaves you with enough material to just have imagine. Like, it doesn't over answer things, you know, that it doesn't need to answer.
It's just life.
It just is. The problem with Cars 2,
You watched Cars 2 too?
I did not watch Cars 2. This is
Okay.
just how I remember it. Because Cars 2 is the one where they go to, like, different country. Cars 3 is when McQueen is forcibly retired. Because he's old. Anyway, no. So the problem with Cars 2 is they try to, like, quote-unquote flesh out the world. But it just makes even more confusing questions from how they flesh it out, you know? That's the problem with that. Sometimes you just gotta build a world where you don't ask questions and it's just more enjoyable that way, chat.
So what you're saying is we should watch Cars 2 together as a family.
I don't like Cars 2 because they try to like push for Mater. I like Mater in small doses. But like in
Oh.
Cars 2, Mater's like the main character.
You don't like the funny guy.
I don't like the fun, like too much focus on, cause like that's just his character. He's just a funny guy. You know what? We should watch Planes. You don't know
Isn't that
Planes?
just cars?
Yeah, it's Cars but planes where
And
they
he just
fly.
wants to fly?
Yeah.
Okay. As long as we watch it together, I'm okay with anything.
Yeah.
Why don't we watch Hamilton? Isn't Hamilton in Disney Plus?
Oh my God, you're right. I grew up with Beauty and the Beast and Aladdin. This dates me as significantly older than you.
Who
We
said
watched-
so?
we
We're
watched that
90 years
too.
old. We're senior citizens.
Yeah.
We get discounts from groceries, buying toilet paper
Jesus.
and tissue paper.
There's a Planes movie? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa. You don't know? You're a fake Disney fan or Pixar. I don't know. Pixar fan. Whichever. Whatever.
Who's better, Disney or Pixar?
They're under the same company now, so it's whatever. They're under the same universe, yes, they are.
Yeah.
How is everyone's Holy Week? It's okay, I guess. I forgot it was Holy Week. We didn't go to church. I hope our mom and dad isn't watching this. They'd be very upset that
We
didn't
forgot
go to church.
to do the palaspas thing.
Yeah, now the
again.
demons will come into our house, I guess.
Yeah.
Did you watch Boats? Shoot. There's a Boats. Hamilton
There's
is.
a
I
Boats?
liked Hamilton. Yeah, people will kind of like make fun of it now, but I like
Really?
Hamilton. Yeah, I enjoyed Hamilton.
It was nice.
I
it was
just
nice.
like pro shots of musicals. They're gonna have a pro shot for Hadestown. Way down, Hadestown, way down under
Don't
the
tag our
ground.
mom!
Stop!
I like how you used underscore. That's really nice. Maybe we should make her thingy Mama underscore USA. Why didn't she have the Twitch account name for Mama USA?
Sorry, chat said minus points in heaven. Minus ligtas points. I just know my birthday is on Sunday. Remind us on Saturday,
Yeah,
and we will sing you a happy birthday.
yeah. Why on Saturday?
Cause we're not streaming on Sunday. We're not gonna be there.
Remind us on Saturday.
That would be Friday for you if you're in the US.
Di ka na pupunta sa heaven. Bawal ka na daw, sabi ni Lord.
Parang matagal lang ko na yatang alam mo yun. Raika Stasis bass, it's so good. I'm so excited. I'm so excited to see them, you know, in the circular stage, and everyone's gonna be, I'm coming, wait for me. I hear the walls repeating. Yeah, that one.
I'm coming! That one.
I like Wicked, and Wicked anime and Oliver Twist.
Who's Oliver Twist?
His name is Oliver. He does a twist.
He does the twist.
That's really funny. Not the anime Broadway production. I see. Interesting. I don't know if I know that. I have a question. Is that black thing under your horns a headband? Does this mean your horns aren't real?
Where?
That's not a headband.
This is a
That's her
hat.
cap.
This is a hat. Wait, look. Wait for it.
Yeah, her horns are not real. In Dear World chat, horns are a sign.
And it's not horns, it's antlers.
Her horns
Scientifically correct
show her
terms.
rank. So she's not a very high-ranking deer because her horns are very small.
No.
For the artist there in chat who wants to draw this, her horns are screwed on the cap part. So yeah. So
Antlers.
So if you guys remember, for the longest time, for 3 years, Kairi had been stuck in butcher school
Butcher
limbo because she
school,
couldn't
3
like
years.
yeah. She didn't have any horns because she was an undergrad. Now she has horns because she is a proper graduate of butcher school, higher education basically.
I was supposed to have a knife.
You can still have a knife. You can bring out a knife right
There's
now.
a cool one. You said you give me a cool knife.
They haven't
Never happened.
They haven't dispatched it yet.
It takes so long.
Bruh.
What?
So I got a hood for
A hood?
I got a hood for this cosplay I'm gonna do.
Is it good? Did you saw it?
It's good. It's handmade and everything.
What is it good? Like
It is good nga. The
Okay.
problem is they shipped it out, and I'm really sad because apparently it's from the US. I had it made from the US. I commissioned someone to make
It's
it.
a lot of work just for a little
I
hood.
know.
It's like a very short hood.
And I know, okay. And so I did buy a hoodie. And the problem is they sent it out through global postal shipping, which is if search it
It's
up.
like snail mail.
I know. I'm so sad. But like okay, they said like, "Oh, this is going to come at the latest by May 9th." And I'm like, "That's okay." Oh my god, now I'm afraid because I saw apparently the courier thing, the one who handles it is called Ascendia or whatever. And it's like from the US or whatever. And it, you know, the rating of that, it's like 1.8 stars.
Why did you do that?
I don't know. I'm so sad.
Why didn't you say just ship it to DHL?
I don't, because I didn't know that I could do that. I thought that like I paid money for it, and
Of
so
course
I
you
thought
pay money for
I
it.
thought that they get I don't know. Now I'm upset. Okay, I can't even defend myself because I know that I should have double made sure for them to use like DHL or FedEx or something for like the week, just like a week shipping or whatever. But they didn't. Apparently, it's like they use the boat, and the boat takes up a month.
Yeah.
I'm
At least half a month.
I'm really worried. I'm really worried that it's not gonna come. So
Why did you do
we're gonna
that?
we're gonna have to go to the fabric store.
I'm gonna make you a cape.
Yeah, we're gonna have to make our own. I saw someone making the same cosplay I wanted to do, and
They made their own cape.
they made their own cape, and it was pretty detailed how they
Watch
did
us
it.
buy this for like 50 pesos.
Oh my god! And I spent so much money commissioning someone to do it for me, and I don't think it's gonna come. I'm really sad. I'm really sad about
You
it.
didn't check. Oh my god, that's the first thing
Because
when you're buying
the
stuff.
site said that it will come by April.
Never believe the
29
site.
to
Always,
May
always have
9.
like a 1 or 2 week. I know.
Oh man.
That's not gonna
How much did you spend on that? Like $100 plus shipping.
Not good for a Filipino.
That's a lot of money for me. Anyway, that is my sad tale, chat. Please feel bad for me. Please say, Raika, it's gonna be okay. It's gonna come on time. Or maybe you can say, it's okay, Raika. You and Kairi can DIY this easy peasy, lemon squeezy.
I
Please
just
say
want
that.
them to be positive for you.
Yeah. Please don't berate me in chat. I need positive vibes right now.
Someone do it! I don't know, man. That's very low chance.
I'll pray for you during mass. Thank you.
Who said that?
Wait. Let me
What?
see.
What's happening?
Chata was making kwento kanina.
Really?
Parang may lore na binibigay sa... This is very random, but I live in a country with a lot of Filipinos. And one time I asked one of my Filipino friends, what's a hello in Tagalog? And he told me it's bobo. So I used bobo
Bad!
for like 2 months before some girl got mad at me.
Bad Filipino.
That's really bad. I don't like it. Like people keep also like saying na parang, oh, what's hello? And then they say like it's putang ina or something.
Yeah.
It's like, don't say that. Especially if like they like at least make it clear that it's just a joke or something.
Yeah.
Because like some people really do take it, seriously. Deer shed their antlers every year, so that's normal that they come off. It's really a bloody process too.
Antlers. Why are we not using the word antlers in this in this chat?
Daily fun fact, there's more planes in the ocean than boats in the sky. That's a little depressing. It will arrive, Raika, I believe. Thank you. I'm gonna wait until a week after it's supposed to
And
arrive.
then you're gonna give me like a week to make the hoodie?
Yeah.
I say let's just get a blanket and then wrap it around you.
Whoa!
Cut it into the length that you want, and then that's it.
I want a hoodie.
No,
I don't want a weird cape thing.
Why did you do this? Why?
But if it comes, then you'll have 2 capes. I know. It's okay. I'm gonna give Kairi the DIY cape, and then and then
For what?
when we go to Japan, we'll be matching.
Why would I wear that cape? I don't.
Cause it's fashionable.
The one that I'm gonna make is not gonna be fashionable. It's gonna be like
You should be proud of your work.
I don't know. I don't know, man. How much for Kairi commission? $1,000
For what?
for just asking about how much
Whoa.
the commission is.
Really? Oh, interesting. That's crazy. Using correct terms. What are you, Kairi? A nerd? You know what? You're right. I take it back. You should trick people every day of your lives.
What?
Ruin their lives, really.
This is why you're the devil.
What?
And I'm the angel.
Why do you have a Naruto thing in your head? I just
Because someone said that I know that I earned the antlers through a tuning exam. So I wanted to honor their words.
Okay.
But it was like far in the chat now, so I can't see it anymore.
Oh, you didn't mention it?
I was gonna mention it, but you know, we were talking. I didn't want to ruin the flow.
Fair enough, fair enough. The worst part is Bobo actually sounds like a cute greeting. I believed it so much. Aww. I'm sorry they failed you. If it doesn't come early enough, Raika, you can bully Kairi to make things. Just like a proper big sister.
Oh, I'm gonna make it. Is it gonna be good? No. The pants I sewed.
Yeah.
I patched up. So I used it yesterday when we went out, and I saw the little. Not the really little, the big mistakes on it. And I was like, oh, I'm so glad people can't see it because I tucked it under the pants. But it was really bad.
Okay. I cosplayed as a lamp by putting the pantalla on my head.
Pantalla.
Did you do the little jump like they do in Pixar?
Oh!
And then they jump on an eye.
Yeah, you should have had an eye. Everywhere you go, you have an eye. Soon.
What if Kairi's DIY cape gets super popular? Di may business na si Kairi.
Okay, what if
and
I
then
make...
Kairi gets a business, I guess.
What if I make a little thingy with
Can
a
you make the
cloth?
plushies?
I think I can, yeah. I'm pretty good at the sewing machine.
Kairi got a new sewing machine. So our mom bought us a sewing machine.
Yeah.
But it was shipped from Qatar to the Philippines.
Yeah.
And it broke. And
Why?
And it broke, and then I tried to fix it, and then it got even worse. It was fixable when it came to the Philippines.
It was very fixable. The thing that broke didn't even really matter with the whole sewing machine thing. But Mama Usa was like bothered about the aesthetic of it because it had like a missing piece. So Raika was tasked to glue it back in.
I put super glue. I didn't realize that the opening that I was gluing into led to the rest of the machine. So I basically...
It was a hole.
I know. Well, it was a hole. I thought it was just gonna put... I thought it was just a little stand for the spool, but it's not. It went into the machine. So I basically dribbled a bunch of
Dribbled. She made it swim.
So now it's the point is it's not usable, and then Kairi had to buy a whole new machine.
Yeah. I saved up for it.
And so I was like, can you shorten my pants? Because my pants are like, when I try to buy stuff online, they're always like really long by default. So I was like, can you please cut my pants? And I got nervous. I was like, can you but I got nervous because I've never seen Kairi use a sewing machine before. So I said, could you show me your work? Show me how nice you use the sewing machine.
I showed her 2 pants.
It was awful. It was awful.
The first one was horrible.
The second one was less horrible, but still horrible.
Like when you stitch something up, right? When you stitch something up, it's supposed to be like a straight line. It looked like mountains.
I don't know how you do that. You just keep the fabric straight.
It was difficult because of the speed, and then I learned how to hone my skills.
Okay.
And now I'm pretty good at it.
I don't know.
When was the last time I sewed pants? It was the second pants, but I feel like I'm better now.
So I can give you my pants now.
Yes.
Okay.
No.
What?
Give me the plushie and I'll do it.
Huh?
Yes.
Fine, sure. I'll buy Kairi Antler headband merch or Raika Octotails as merch. I want to do that too.
How do we do that?
You could do that with fabric. It's pretty easy.
Okay. How? Oh, do we just put like stuffings? We have lots of stuffings, right? You can do it.
It's just
and then we super glue it.
Yeah.
Maybe glue gun it. Is that what you want?
No, we tried everything macaroni. It's there forever. That's for sure.
We picked up the really good glue.
It's Monday, Thursday. What happened on Monday, Thursday, Chad?
In Sunday, the Lord,
Welcome back.
Jesus woke up.
Huh? Gets
I
resurrected.
don't know. On Sunday, Jesus arrived in Jerusalem. On Monday, Jesus was like, oh no. On Tuesday, I guess he was like, oh no again. And then on Wednesday, I think it was when the people killed him, because it was Black Wednesday. And then on today is everyone mourning Monday.
I think I got it as a Friday.
Good Friday because Jesus woke up again.
And then we it's a Saturday.
What is Saturday? Black Saturday maybe, I guess. I don't know. And then on Sunday,
Saturday ulit?
it's Easter. I don't. They have like words for it. So it's like Easter Sunday, Black Wednesday, or maybe it was Black Saturday. But it was Good Friday.
Can you search it up? I feel like you're missing a lot of things.
I can search up the names and I can tell you what happened on each day. Holy Week.
Chat is very confused about your giant knife, Barbara.
My knife?
Yeah.
Oh, nothing. I also forgot why I brought it up. I'm shitty. Okay. So, these are the days of when the Lord... Oh, there's no Monday? Okay, weird. Why? Okay. No, I remember now! Okay, never mind. I don't know. So, what happened was... Last Sunday was Palm Sunday. That's when Jesus arrived in Jerusalem. And then they were like down days, so nothing happened really for the rest of the days. And then on Monday, Thursday is their last supper, I think.
Well,
And
we'll
then-
have a nice supper later.
Yeah. And then on Good Friday, he got crucified.
Okay. Yeah.
And then on Holy Saturday, people pray.
I hated Holy Week as a kid.
Me too.
And then as a college student, I liked it because no school for a week.
Yeah.
And then as an adult, I'm indifferent to it because nothing really happens.
Nothing really matters.
Anyone can
And then Easter Sunday is when he wakes up again. I know this stuff. I remember.
No, you did not. You kind of messed it up earlier without a reference.
I was like thinking, what's
That's really
happening with
bad.
Monday and Tuesday? And there is no Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Wait, what's Black Wednesday? Is there no Black Wednesday?
What is Wednesday?
There's no Wednesday.
They skipped Wednesday? No way.
They skipped Wednesday. Palm Sunday, Monday, Thursday, Good Friday, Egg Hunt. Okay,
Easter.
weird Easter.
I guess it's not that important.
There's no, what's Black Wednesday?
Maybe you just made it up.
No, I remember it was Black Wednesday and then everyone was sad.
I hated Holy Week as a kid because my mom did the whole no meat during Holy Week, only to know she ate pizza when she was all alone.
No!
Shame, Nino Mama. Shame.
Shame!
Ash Wednesday, girl.
Ash Wednesday, yeah. I remember us going outside during Ash Wednesday and everyone had ash on their forehead. And
Cringe.
we were like, what's happening? We
Cringe.
kind of forgot about it too. Cute. Our cat is so cute. Spy Wednesday. Spy Star forever. What do we do now? There's not much to talk about.
Yeah, I don't know how people do Zatsudan. Nanda, demo, ay nanda, mo, asaka to, hitori gotsu.
I think we should just do our play.
Ni bata, muri muri,
Raika.
yanda, ame wa nanka shimete, nama kawaki. 変な足だと思ったら 木の場につけた足跡やけに
You can't have
土が
sinigang and sisig during Holy Week? What? I've never heard like foods that are not allowed during Holy Week.
Usually meaty stuff or whatever.
Really? But
I don't
why?
know why. I don't know. Like, I guess sacrifice or whatever. Be like Jesus Christ.
But Jesus
we're
wanted
not,
us
like,
to eat.
I know. Jesus would be like, let's
Share
party.
this bread. Drink some wine.
Yeah.
Don't be sad. Wasn't that this whole thing?
Yeah. He was kind of like a hippie or
It
whatever.
was like celebrating life.
Yeah.
Why stop eating meat when he would say eat meat? Or are we misquoting Jesus? What if he did have like a quotation, literally? Him saying, don't eat meat during Holy Week.
You'll go to hell.
Yeah.
You know.
But I can't imagine him saying that while he's being crucified, you know?
Don't eat meat. Oh, many years from now.
Right? It doesn't make sense.
Don't do anything fun. Ah. Every time he gets like stabbed in the ribs by a spear or whatever.
Oh, I forgot about that. That's crazy. As much as I'd like to celebrate Holy Week, I have a movie date with the rest of the homies. Yet we had to reschedule for Saturday.
Boo! That sucks. That sucks.
Jesus died for our sins. Yes, he did.
You guys look like two sages of the Hidden Leaf Village, right?
Raika has the band. You're like the Sakura one. Doesn't Sakura have her thingy like that too?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Right? All you need is the silver part and you're gonna be a shinobi. I'm a shinobi too.
Okay.
What will be your shinobi powers, Raika?
I wouldn't have any. I would be.
You're just a regular girl?
Yeah. I would just have my fist punch, and it's just a regular punch. What's it called? What does the Rock Lee do? Taijutsu or some shit?
Yeah, is it taijutsu?
I have no idea.
Genjutsu is when they have like powers, right?
Bro, they're magicians.
A shinobu.
I think you're so funny, Matsas. Somebody put Matsas on timeout. That wasn't
What?
a funny joke.
You're in a time out mood?
Yeah, timed him out.
I guess I'll have to do it if there's no mods for us today. How many minutes? Oh, Sweetheart is here. Mods! Time out!
It was my first time to go camping. Did you have fun?
Ah,
I don't like the idea of camping. Being one with nature sounds like it would suck.
It's gonna be hard for us girls to pee in campsites.
You know those like the places you can rent, like a Airbnb, and it's like in the middle of a forest, and it's like fully like window walls, and so the animals can see you inside.
yeah.
Maybe
Maybe what?
Maybe
you
I'll-
want that?
maybe I'll camp like that,
Why did you do air quotations?
because it's not really camping. I don't
So
wanna-
like protected camp.
But yeah, like what's it called? There's a word for it. Privileged camping.
Privileged camp. Like a cabin.
A cabin in the woods.
Cabin in the woods.
But like a pretty one.
Yeah, and like there's like a killer.
Whoa! Why did you throw
Is
in?
it cabin in the woods a Halloween thing?
It's like a
Cabin
horror
in the
thing.
woods.
Why would you?
What?
Why would you throw in a killer in there? We don't need.
It's always part of the story when
No,
there's
we
a
don't-
cabin in the
It could
woods.
be like a nice, fun, like coming of age story rather than a horror film.
Well, there's
Like,
also coming of age in a horror film.
no, most of them die. How
The
can you come
virgin
of
doesn't
age with that?
die.
Oh no. Wait. Kairi's the one who kills everyone who isn't.
Oh, glamping? That's how you call it? That's pretty cool. Glamping.
Is that a real term, or are you just making something up and Kairi's just throwing with it?
I think Bonbon has it. Bonbon, this is a good word. I say bring it to the dictionary. Glamping. The Cabin in the Woods is a horror movie, see? I get the reference.
I know, but I don't think you should.
Is Sadako from Cabin in the Woods? Isn't she
No.
just from the TV?
Yeah, that's a different thing. They find like a tape or whatever, and then they watch it, and then they get cursed. You know what the moral of the story is? don't freaking watch things that you're not sure the contents of.
Yeah.
What if,
bring
like,
it to
you-
the police. Let them handle it first.
Apparently there was like this guy who killed his son because his son found
This
tapes.
is like real life.
This is real.
Oh man, no.
There's this-
I know what you're saying.
Yeah, there's.
That
I'm
freaked
gonna
me out
tell.
for days.
I'm gonna tell chat.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
this guy who killed his son because his son stumbled across like his tapes of
Yeah.
him being like, of his like sexual exploits, like
Yeah, yeah.
wearing women's
The
clothing.
poop, eating poop.
Okay, yeah, the wearing women's clothing isn't that bad,
Yeah.
really. But then apparently among those tapes is that he really likes to eat his own poop. Like he's like a weird poopphiliac or whatever.
Poop-delicious.
And so the son was going to confront him, and then the dad murdered him
Yeah.
and like threw his body away or whatever. Anyway, that's my fun fact of the day. Now you know about that guy who killed his son over that.
Crazy, man. Crazy.
Glamping is a form of camping that prioritizes comfort and luxury, offering a more stylish and upscale experience in nature. I love that. That's me.
Yes. That would
Love
be good.
it. I was supposed to eat lunch today, but nah, I think I would just watch Ecotone instead. I'm sorry.
Now eat with us.
I'm
It's
sorry.
funny.
I have more like murder stuff. if
I
you
don't
would
like listening to murder because it keeps me awake at night.
I read this book. This like
This is another murder story.
it's not a murder. She
going
survives.
Do you want me to bring it up?
Yeah, we can eat it.
Yay!
Can you bring like tissue paper here so that we can make sure that our
We only have toilet paper.
That's fine. Anyway, I have another story. It's a autobiography of a girl who was kidnapped by this guy and forced to be like a sex slave and then forced to like become pregnant with this guy's babies. And then one of her kids get sick and she begs, the dad to be like, hey, it's not her father, okay? Like, it's just some guy who kidnapped her on her way to school, on her way back from school or whatever. And so, what's it called? She gets kidnapped, she gets turned into a sex slave. I think she was, like, forced to also, like, do it with the guy's friends or whatever. And even, like, so this guy has a wife. The wife helped in kidnapping her, which is awful. And then, what else happened? Yeah, so like one of her kids gets sick, and she's like, please, she's not gonna make it if we don't, bring her to the hospital. And so the guy's like, I guess. So he brings, after like years, 10 years, chat, of being captured and used by this man. She finally sees the light of day, and he brings her to the hospital, and that's when she was able to like let authorities of the hospital know that she is not, she's kidnapped or whatever, and she gets saved. And it was like a long journey to recovery. She's still in therapy because, of course, like 10 years, chat, 10 years. I think it was like 20 something when she got out. She was only like an elementary school student. So I read the book. It was a very horrifying experience. There's a movie about that story. I don't think I can watch a movie about that story. That would really freak me out. It's one thing to read about it, but like it's another to like see visuals and stuff. What a comfy Zatsudan. Yeah, you're welcome, Science McLovin. I like to listen to true crime during work and Cars, I guess. Watch the Cars movie. I remember this scary story. Someone did a 3D layout of the basement she was kept in. It was even more elaborate and secure than a back vault. Yeah. There's other stories that also... Yeah, almost her entire... No, it was her entire childhood, I would say. No, you're right. It was almost her entire... Yeah, she lived a few good, happy years before she got kidnapped off from the street. There's also the... I'm sure you guys already know these stories, but there's like ones where it was their own dad who kept her like locked up in the basement, in the walls, I think, or whatever. And they had like 3 children together, 3 incest babies. And it was many years. She was also like an adult when they found her. Crazy. Absolutely insane. Anyway, you guys have any stories of your own? I feel like this is not good to say during like Holy Week. Hi, Art and Martini. Welcome in. Yeah, it's really sad. It's really heartbreaking. Did you guys also drink too? Like a Coke or something? Did you order a Coke?
No.
Oh, you got us water?
No.
That's
It's
so-
from my water.
That's so sad.
I was
You don't have
asking
Coke.
you.
You should just say yeah. Okay, we'll get Coke. I always get us Coke.
You didn't get us Coke yesterday.
Cause I was trying to be healthy. I was telling them about the autobiography I read.
Is it scary?
She got kidnapped off the street as a child, and then got used as like a sex slave. And it wasn't until she was like in her 20s with a baby who was dying. I think she had 2 kids.
Isn't that the movie?
You watched the movie? I only read the book.
Facebook Reels.
Facebook Reels. Okay. The vibes are down. Yeah, no drinks currently. Kairi didn't get us any drinks. Did you get us like a sweet version for the bread? Or is it just regular?
God. Yan kasi tinatanong kita. Tinatanong kita kung paano yung order nito.
Man, Kairi just doesn't know how to order.
I messed this up. Like, maybe we should just buy other food.
Whoa! What did you
Legit.
buy ba? Patingin nga.
This is gonna be disappointing.
Why? You need to have more confidence in yourself. Yeah, it's gonna be disappointing, but don't beat yourself about it.
I'm beating myself up right now.
Hana wanna eat. Ah. Na, 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 na.
Shouldn't have ordered. I could just have paid.
Huh?
Should have just made me do the group order thing.
Hana wanna eat. Whoa, there's so much freaking oil.
Really? Whoa.
That is a lot
What is
of oil.
that?
Crazy. This is the chicken sticks.
Uh-oh. Spaghetti-o. I don't think the bread is enough. You have to say it enough.
I'm not gonna be able to eat a lot. It's okay. Sorry, we haven't eaten yet, chat, so...
Oh, ba't ko tinanggal? Nagawa mo. That's me. I'm saying that to me, not Raika.
Meron siyang ano dyan, dip.
No.
The dip is here, but it's like covered in oil. Put it there.
Whoa, 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 whoa. The tissue.
No, just put it there. Oh, yeah. Please.
Where did it go? Why can't you wait until I pull out the tissue?
Sorry. Working in a call center is a horror story in itself. People can be weird. I work in the billing department. I can imagine. I feel like any customer service is just going to be really difficult and weird because a lot of people use it as an opportunity to be mean.
Yeah.
It's like a weird power trip. It's weird.
They like the power.
Yeah.
How are we gonna eat this?
Can you give me like 1/4 or 1/2 of one, please?
One half, 1/4.
One, yung half of niyan. Whoa, it is a lot.
This is the 1/4.
Thanks, bro. I'll see if I can finish this first. Here's a couple of chicken for you,
Thank you.
so that you don't have to reach out here. Kain chat, kain. What you eating? It's
I'll just put it here. Is that okay?
yeah. What is this called, ba?
Parota.
Parota with chicken on a stick, barbecue chicken or
This
something.
is what we ate a lot back in, what do you call that? In Qatar.
I have a nightmare where my body got dissected and I screamed for me to whoa. Oh, I have some weird dreams too. What are your weird nightmares, bro?
Do you really want to hear it?
Is it really bad?
It's the same nightmare. I have 3 nightmares.
It's peanut based.
Mama, do you like it?
I just don't like anything with peanut. It's okay.
Let's eat it without. What's your nightmare, Raika? Tell us. Tell us about what's going on in that octopus brain of yours. Aren't octopi like the super smartest ones in the aqua life,
We do have a big brain.
right?
I don't know if I use it properly, but
We haven't eaten.
sorry, let me just eat, chat. I have a nightmare where my nightmare is getting lost in an SM mall with no exit.
That's scary.
No, for me that's like really. I dream about SM when I dream about like zombie apocalypse stuff, and then like I run to SM. That's what happens. I think some of my scarier nightmares is just like something crawling from my bed and then like touching me, like a weird like monster under the bed kind of thing touches my legs, and then like they have like I think I don't know. It's like I don't know. It's kind of scary. I don't like that. Like an SCP, yeah. Hold on, let me eat a little bit more.
There's a nice taste of different taste, no?
That's okay. No. Ikaw, what's your nightmares?
So, one of my nightmares when we were young, and still happens today, especially when we do like horror streams, is that while I'm sleeping, like a giant guy, like in Attack on Titan, like that kind, like a titan,
Yeah.
is gonna see it. He's gonna peek through the window, and
like
then
the Jack in the Box guy.
it's gonna peek through the window, and I can't move. And so I'm like, oh shit, I can't move. And then you can feel the world vibrating every time he moves. And then he starts killing everyone.
Whoa.
Yes.
Are you still in the room?
I'm still I can't move. And then, when that happens, I'm like trying to scream and I still can't move. And then I wake up. And then the sleep paralysis thing happens. And then I'm just stuck.
So you don't really wake up.
Yeah. But the fear is there. The fear sticks through. And it's just crazy bad.
Damn. Sometimes I get scared. What if like I look out the window and there's someone there? Because like I live, like my room is in the attic. That would freak me out if I saw someone near my window. Yeah, that's pretty scary. I'm currently in the road with my family heading to Laguna. Hello, Obsidian fam. Stay safe on your way to Laguna.
Ah,
What are you gonna do there? Look at historical stuff?
maybe it's for the whole week, so maybe religious stuff.
Mayhaps. There are a
Or
lot
just,
of
you know, take the vacation. Because it's a long weekend.
That's true. Sleep paralysis is pretty scary. I remember being not able to move for 12 hours, so I had to skip work. That's crazy.
Really bad. And the worst part is that when that happens, I cry, but nobody can notice that I'm crying because I'm just staying still. So nobody knows I'm having a hard time. And it's like the meme where it just
Like one tear going down your
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really funny. Sorry, I mean that's really sad. I didn't mean to, you know.
It's okay. Makan mo na ayos. Tingnan mo yung hawak ko sa plastic.
Alright, I'm done. I have no voice, but I must scream.
Oh, it's a thing.
I read the short story for that.
Raika told me the story.
Yeah, kind of crazy. Anyway, like we can move to something more positive.
Yeah.
Keep it positive as you slap her to the floor. Keep it positive.
As you pull her hair and call her horse.
You and him will reunite. We can do Reddit stories. Do you want Reddit stories, Papa?
Okay, I can listen while I eat.
Yeah, and then you tell me what you think.
Okay.
Best dream you've had?
Best dream?
Best
dream?
dream.
That we were able to go to Japan. And it was free. Everything was free.
That's so sad. We're gonna go to best of Redditor updates because I need to have updates. Okay. This is weird. Okay, we're not gonna read that because it was a happy ending, but it was weird. The title was, I didn't let my girlfriend wipe my ass, she cried and is now super upset.
What? Pick something controversial.
What's more controversial than some girl crying because they couldn't wipe their boyfriend's
Not enough
butt?
drama.
Not enough drama? Okay, I'll look. My fiance made a split-second decision that cost me a year of my life, and I am furious.
What? Okay.
Okay.
Now we're talking.
Trigger warnings: car accident, body injuries, medical negligence, graphic description of pelvic and spinal injuries, depression, trauma, and mental health struggles.
Oh, okay. I already know what happened.
Okay, let's read this. I, 26F, my fiance, 30M, and his son, 5 years old, were out getting Chipotle on March 14th. On the way home, we reached a busy intersection with a blinking yellow light. My fiance was driving, and I could tell he was about to go. I saw a car coming fast, and I clearly told him to wait until the light was green. I don't know if he didn't hear me, didn't take me seriously, or just ignored me, but he kept driving forward anyway, and we got T-boned by a car going 50 miles per hour. Everyone else walked away fine, including his son, but I was crushed.
Whoa.
I ended up with 2 full breaks in my pelvis, 2 fractures in my tailbone, fractures in my L4 and L5 vertebrae, and a fractured sternum. I was, and still am, in so much pain I can't even explain it. I wouldn't wish this kind of pain on anyone. I was rushed to the ER where everything was a complete blur except the trauma. I started having intense flashbacks, panic attacks, and nightmares about the crash and the pain. I had to undergo surgery where 2 7-inch steel screws were inserted into my pelvis. At the hospital, they gave me a back brace that was way too high for me. The nurses and PTs even admitted they didn't measure and just guessed my size. Even when we told them it was too big, they didn't do anything about it. And despite this, they expected me to stand up and move around wearing it. That brace did nothing for support. Moving in it felt like my spine and pelvis were being ripped apart. The pain I was in trying to follow their orders to stand and walk was inhumane. All I remember from those... Jesus, this is really depressing.
This is really sad.
This is really depressing. All I remember from those days was pain, frustration, fear, and overwhelming sense of helplessness. After about a week, I was transferred to a physical rehabilitation center. I didn't want to eat, I didn't want to bathe, I didn't want to move. I had to depend on strangers for the most basic things. As someone who's always been independent, it was utterly humiliating and devastating. I'm home now, but my recovery is far from over. Doctors and physical therapists all told me the same thing. you have the worst kind of break anyone has experienced. You'll need at least a year to recover, if not longer. You can't put weight on your right leg for 3 months. Jesus. And that's the part that's eating me alive. Because before this, I was finally getting my life together. I was working on my health, I was eating right, doing CrossFit regularly, getting stronger, and finally meeting people and socializing. I had just gone back to college. I was finally building structure into my life after being recently diagnosed with ADHD. And now, it's all on hold. Even though my fiance has been supportive through all of this and is helping taking care of me, I'm so angry at him. I told him, I warned him. I said, don't go, wait. And when I asked him why he kept going, he just said, I don't know. And that I don't know is now costing me an entire year of my life, maybe more. And I'm the one who's paying for it every single day. So yeah, I just needed to get this off my chest. I feel trapped in my own body. I feel like I'm grieving the life I could have had this year. Oof. Relevant comments. Was everyone in the car wearing seatbelts? OP said yes. Another one said that would be a deal breaker for me. Could you still be in a relationship with someone who directly, this is not even indirectly, who directly caused bodily harm to you because of their negligence? I feel like I can't. I feel like that relationship is over. Even if they take care of me, I'm bringing them to court though. You know?
I don't think I can bring them to court.
Really?
I think I can just like let go.
What?
Because it's traumatic. Every time I see him, it's just like, it's not the feeling that I want to have.
I feel like I'll be so mad. I'll be so angry. I wouldn't be able to let it go. I'm gonna make sure that like they will pay for this because I'm gonna pay for it my whole life. Even if she makes a recovery, I think she'll have complications forever throughout her life. I don't think there's, I don't know, you know? That's me. Maybe that's why you're the angel, quote unquote.
Maybe you're just saying that.
I wouldn't be able to let this go, I feel like. Anyway, what's it called? More comments said that they should like start looking for a therapist now. Update. I honestly didn't expect my post to receive this much attention. I was just venting my thoughts. To start, for those wondering where the accident happened, it took place in Texas within the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Next, a lot of people have asked whether my fiance has shown remorse and how he's been supporting me. The answer is yes, he's been devastated. He has apologized to me multiple times at the crash site, in the hospital, during rehab, and at home. He's also been having panic attacks himself as of lately, something that he's never experienced prior to the accident. There was one moment where he called me panicking because he couldn't find his truck keys and desperately wanted to come see me to make sure I'm doing okay. He also continued to visit me frequently in the hospital and at the rehab center, and he's been advocating for me when I had issues, such as the back brace I was given, which was clearly too large. Side note, despite multiple people from my family, fiance, and even the PTs mentioning it, the hospital didn't replace it. It wasn't until I called the hospital a week later, frustrated, that they finally took action. I had to put on my Karen voice and explain that their failure to properly size the brace was actively hindering my recovery. Eventually, I got a new one in a smaller size. My fiance has also been helping me understand the insurance claim process. From what we know, I may be looking at around $100,000. Additionally, at home, he's made sure I have what I need to recover. He just bought me a $300 bed that moves up and down similarly to hospital beds. He's also been cooking, helping me clean, assisting. That's like bare minimum, honestly, like cooking, cleaning, whatever. With this said, I've seen a lot of comments saying I should leave him or even sue him. I would sue him. Calling him arrogant or careless. I understand those reactions, but looking back, I would have to admit that this was an honest mistake that anyone could make at any time of the day, at any point of time. A bad mistake, yes, but nonetheless, simple human error at the end of the day. Wow, she's so kind.
You don't get it.
I think being in constant pain, I feel like I would lash out, definitely. I don't care. It's Jover between us, you know? That was the update. Like, she's saying, you know, like...
You're skipping it because you don't like her decision.
No, that's it. I resumed individual therapy and my first session since the accident of yesterday, and my fiance and I will be attending couples counseling together. Happy ending. he definitely deserves to live with that guilt. It's a hard lesson to learn, and I can't believe that he learned his lesson by getting his fiance morbidly what's it called? Injured. Awful.
I understand him too. Being behind the wheel, it's like you have, I don't know, it's like a different kind of thing. You either think fast, think slow, and sometimes you just don't know. Sometimes you just drive and you don't really understand. You don't really pay attention anymore. It's just like a part of your system.
Next, you wanna see the next story?
Yeah. Better be better.
My boyfriend is acting weird after a disagreement. Am I being overly paranoid, or are these concerns actually legit?
I don't know. He's acting weird after a disagreement.
Yeah. And then is she overreacting though?
Okay.
Okay. Hey Reddit, throwaway as my boyfriend has my main, half edited as I gave up. I'm reaching out because I'm in a weird spot and could use some advice. Me, a 24-year-old girl, and my boyfriend, a 31-year-old guy, has been together for 3 years, and up until recently everything was cruising along just fine. But then we had this disagreement the other night over something so stupid I can't believe I'm writing this. Yeah, Kairi is the driver between the two of us. We had this ugly old ornament. It wasn't anything fancy, just this piece that meant nothing to me. I accidentally broke it and I thought, no biggie, accidents happen, you know? Well, he didn't see it that way. He flipped, like full-on explosion of anger that I never saw coming. It was so out of character, and the whole thing ended with him storming out, leaving me stranding there like what the heck just happened. I don't think it meant anything to him. It's like a $3 duck that we got as a gift. Not from anyone important, just a friend who's still alive and still friends with him. Now here's where it gets weirder. Since then, he's been hanging out with friends more. Or so he says. The issue with this is I don't know these friends. He's being super vague about who they are and where they hang out. Feels like he's intentionally keeping me out of the loop. I don't know any names apart from Peter and apparently Bill. Fake names, but similar. All this drama has me feeling disconnected and worried. I love the guy, but the thought of him doing something shady never crossed my mind until now. I want to believe this argument was a one-off, but his ongoing behavior is making it hard to trust that explanation. So Reddit, am I being overly paranoid, or are these concerns actually legit? Thoughts chat. Thoughts, brother. I feel like that's a red flag, chat.
Okay.
Break up.
That's it?
That's it. I want to hear your thoughts before we go on. Like, do you think
No, that's all you're gonna say?
Yeah. That's all I should have read. Says chat. Is this girl named Louis? Okay. Thoughts on that, Papa?
You expound on your answer.
No, that's it. I think she's not overreacting. He's suddenly hanging out with friends she's never met, and she blew up over like a broken duck. Seems like he's trying to find a reason to be angry at her and justify hanging out with someone else. I say this is him cheating. Cheater. How about you?
I think I need more information.
What? How much more information do you need? He didn't even apologize.
I need a bit more information to guess what's happening.
Need more info? Okay, sure. Let's
See?
updated. Hey Reddit, been a bit. This post will be a mess and it's not edited. Link to the previous post here. My original post didn't get much attention, but I thought I would share an update for anyone who cared. We broke up, and yes, the fucking duck played a part in it. Short story, funnily enough, he was using the duck to cheat. That's not a joke. What did I tell ya?
You did not. You just said he was cheating. That's it.
Oh my god!
Go read.
That's not a joke. I'm 100% serious. He would put the duck on the window ledge to our house, and when his affair partner saw it, she knew it was all clear. They, to my knowledge, had no way of contacting each other so as to not get caught by me or her husband.
Oh, husband.
So when I broke the ornament, he no longer had a way to contact her. What? Why are they talking through duck speak? What?
Ducks are the new booty call.
Huh? I took a lot of your advice and used it to apologize. It didn't go well. He blew up again, spewing the same BS as before. I have to apologize, by the way. I didn't think I was then, and I don't think entirely I am now. But when some of you told me he was an abusive person, I should have listened. He ended up throwing a lot of our stuff around the place and screaming about how I ruined everything. It was mostly my stuff, including my new laptop and cracking my phone. I did get hit by a few things he threw, but it was mostly books, clothes, as well as a jewelry box that thankfully isn't broken. I was in shock, maybe? I don't know. I ended up grabbing my phone when he stormed into another room, and I got out of there and called a friend to pick me up. I got picked up, got some ice cream, sent a few of my gym friends around, and around there to get my stuff. The next day, I offered to go with. Don't worry, they refused to let me. And that's it. I feel like this feels fake.
Why?
I feel like it's too crazy. Using a duck? Why aren't they able to talk with each other? Him and his affair partner.
They're F buddies. Neighbors.
So he doesn't have like a text chat with her?
Raika doesn't know.
No, what? What? Are you not gonna expound on that?
They're F buddies. They don't have to talk.
No, they don't need to talk. They just need to give they could just send a text hey.
That is risky. That's why there's a duck on the window.
Do you hear how crazy that sounds? It's kind of weird.
I've heard stories from people who are F buddies. And they do.
Cheating stuff?
Yeah.
Damn.
And they really try their best to hide stuff. Not friends with them anymore, but you know.
Well, I feel like it's fake. Do you guys think it's fake? Kairi thinks it makes sense. It doesn't make sense to me.
You haven't encountered it yet. Tissue.
Here you go.
Thank you.
No, I've encountered someone cheating on someone. Yeah, but they were kind of stupid about it. They firmly believed that they weren't cheating, and so they didn't bother hiding anything.
Yeah. Man, those people suck. But no, like in purpose, they really know that they're doing the bad thing and they're really hiding it.
Yeah.
Because they like the rush. They like the feeling.
They like the rush of putting a duck on the windowsill.
Yeah, I can see it. I can see it happen. Especially if they're neighbors and the girl just walks her dog or something and she just sees the window with the duck. Then you know.
Interesting.
Next one.
Am I overreacting? Husband poops his pants, says it's no big deal.
Sometimes you gotta poop your pants. What's so wrong about that?
Whoa, Baba.
Some people can't control their poopies. What if he was lactose intolerant, huh?
Well, some people are more apologetic about it. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to poop my pants. This guy was it's no big deal. Who cares?
Maybe
Kind
he's
of
just
that.
embarrassed.
Maybe. Also, welcome in, Demon, and welcome in, Angel. Yeah, no, we're just reading.
Demon and Angel?
Yeah.
In one
Oh
chat?
no, I think it's Yeah, Angel Okabe?
Angelo. Gabay.
Angelo. Angelo Gabay.
Right? Does it make sense? That's a real last name, Gabay. Angelo Gabay, right?
Angel Okabe?
Is it right?
Okay.
It feels like a Filipino.
It would be really funny if I'm correct.
But Gabay is such a big
Yeah, I
name
know.
here.
That's why it'd be funny if I'm the one who said it correctly.
You're crying, but who's correct?
This one. I'm pretty sure my wife's DM hates me.
Dungeon Master. Okay.
Okay.
Angelo Gabay, see? I know it when I see it.
For the last 4 years, my wife has been playing with a group that very quickly became close friends. Every Wednesday and Saturday night, she would go on about epic tales and stories that she and her group would get into.
Wow.
Seeing her eyes light up as she talks about her tiefling artificer and his growth and development made my heart swell. She had been wanting to find a group that matches her energy and encourages creativity and told me she found it with them. I couldn't be more happy for her. With permission from the DM and players, I've sat in some of the session on Discord, just listening and watching, and found that everyone's energy was so infectious. They bounced off ideas off each other, the DM allowed creativity and out-of-the-box thinking, and even rewarded everyone for roleplay and solving issues without bashing people's skulls in. I was laughing with them, even felt my heartstrings tug at emotional moments. I have to say, the DM was insanely great at storytelling and allowing everyone to be the character they wanted. Well, about 6 months ago, they ended their 4-year-long campaign and said goodbye to their beloved group. The DM she mentioned was going to start a new season, set in the same world setting, with a new adventure 100 years prior to the events that kicked things off. She DM'd me asking if I would like to be a player, and I enthusiastically replied with a hell yeah. Hell yeah!
Hell yeah! Check, please. What?
Tama ka nga, Barbara. Angelo.
Oh, Angelo Gabay.
Ah.
Ginagabayan niya tayo.
Over the last 5 months, the DM has been contacting me and the other players both in public Discord and privately about their characters in the world. I asked her for anything and everything she had on the world setting so that I could acclimate a character that would fit perfectly with it. I was given lore, and any questions I had, she promptly answered. I asked her what kind of limitations she had or requests, and she said, as long as you play a good aligned character, we Gucci. Apparently, she had some issues where people played evil and even neutral characters, and it caused a whole issue. She wants to tell stories of the hero's journey and not worry about every villager being killed for having a bad attitude or looted of precious heirlooms. When I believed I had a good idea of what to expect, I created my character. We shared our character concepts like personalities, a bit of our backstories, classes, that sort of thing. There were so many unique traits that we all had, and it was looking like it would be diverse and amazing. The DM wanted us to have a few secrets in our backstory that we wouldn't share with the other members of the group, making for character surprises in the game. She did this in her last session and they loved it, giving them moments to discover about each other and some crazy roleplay scenes. My secret was that my character was abused and tortured by the gods of this world, a punishment of her bloodline from centuries ago. She was a tiefling runeblade warrior from an Asian-inspired home, where she prayed to her ancestors to guide her. They were very spiritual and believed that they could fight their inner curse by being better than their progenitor. Unfortunately, most of her family had gotten wiped out by the gods, leaving her and her siblings alive but scattered. Her goal is to find them and to confront the gods who had done that. The idea was fun. We hashed out a little bit of the details that would make it interesting within the story that was being told. I was all for it and for the drama it would bring. We all have tie-ins to other characters, so I was thrilled to get playing. We had our session 0, in which our characters had already started out knowing each other from attending the same academy. We took on a group mission, and it started our main story. It was a blast, and the roleplay was very good. And that's about where the fun ended for me.
Oh no!
From that point on, everything became about shitting on my character. We would go into other towns because there is where the world will take us, but every town apparently did not like tieflings. Every single town.
Well,
We went to a place with humans and immediately they refused to work with the group because they don't associate with cursed blood. We went to the city of elves where the bulk of the story took place, and I had to sit out for 95% of it. The elves scoffed at her, but they were willing to work with the rest of the group. Not a single NPC would address my character. My character wasn't allowed in any elven sacred places or inside the city, so she had to remain outside in the camp and fend for herself while the rest of the party would be welcomed. I brought up my issues I had. I told her that I fully understand that there might be people who are untrusting of her. Maybe there could be a way that someone might take some consideration to the fact that she's not a bad person. She gave it some thought and said that sounds reasonable. The next session, a player found a potion that could change one's appearance and snuck out to give it to my character. My character then had a moment of shame for being who she was, and the only way she'd be accepted is if she's changed who she was entirely. It brought her more strength to prove that she was good, to prove to the world and the gods that she was worthy of being seen as a person and not some monster. There was a scene where she drank the potion and looked human, and then it went to the rest of the group. The group had a moment in which they were involved with the elven children that lasted most of the entire session. It was fun as they got engaged with them and learned about their special alchemical potions, each of them being granted a bonus and a buff for the remainder of their time there. When it finally came to my turn, my scene was of me getting into the elven city and finding one of the children was part of the group who wanted to learn sword fighting. Since I was a rune blade, I felt I could help them and have a fun one-on-one moment like the group had. Nope. As soon as she said she was going to help, the DM went, okay, you do that and have a fun sparring session, and then immediately went back to the group before ending the session. In a 6-hour session, I played for 15 minutes tops. I messaged the DM again, being as polite as I could about the frustrations. My wife and her friends are having so much fun, and it seems like my wife. And it seems like when the DM is focusing on them, everyone is laughing and having a grand time. When we spoke, she told me that the elves are untrusting of anyone who isn't elven, even more so with cursed blood. I told her that there was an orc in the party who had a violent history and the elves seemed perfectly fine with them, but somehow my character who had been atoning for the curse for several generations prior is seen as more untrustworthy. She's explained that that's just the way things are, but that's what my character was fighting for. I told her it wasn't fun to not be included in the group activities, and that I was feeling left out because of this. I asked if I could change the whole cursed bloodline plot and opt for something else, or just re-roll, and she said not to worry about it because she had a whole story built in for it, and it would make sense when we get there.
Okay.
It only got worse from there.
Oh no!
Several more sessions in, the characters had been guided by the elves to a ruined city where we were supposed to find out what happened. I picked up a relic and it burned me, which I had to take 11 radiant damage and had a permanent -1 to my strength score until I could get it cleared through some unknown means. My wife's character picked up the relic with a cloth and was blessed with light and gotten a permanent +1 to her intelligence stat. Whoa!
Ah.
It was a relic of her character's goddess who started off a major questline. The downside, she was one of the pantheon who deemed it necessary that my family's bloodline get wiped out. I didn't know what the hell to do. Why would my character be willing to help this goddess who killed her family and kept her and her 2 siblings alive so that they would live out the rest of their days in suffering and mourning? Why pit my character against the whole group? I asked my wife if this has happened before in their games, and she said it didn't. But maybe the DM was hoping for more drama. I told her I wasn't having fun and that I might just leave, but she wanted to play with me so badly that this was the first table we could sit at together and have fun. I'm not of the mindset of keeping to a bad table just because, but it is my wife and their previous campaign looked so much fun. I had to hope that by keeping open communication, we could have a good experience. Things got mildly better with my character having some story beats. She found her older brother and saved him from an execution, and I had a little more roleplay from the other characters. But there were several moments where things felt like I was being picked on specifically. For instance, we had a scene where we were running from a giant and the DM asked me specifically, Tanya, what shoes are you wearing? Oh, Gaeta? Yeah, you have disadvantage on your rolls as the wooden platforms of your Gaeta is getting stuck in the crevices while running. Things like that.
She wouldn't ask the others what they wore or how they did things to give me disadvantages, just me. I wonder if this was because I was the only guy in the group, as this is an all-girls table. But I just can't help but feel as if I'm constantly being picked on while everyone else is not having to make extra challenge rolls or have times where they aren't even a part of the plot for several sessions. I've spoken to her several times and even brought up the options to reroll or just politely bow out. But she told me she has some grand plan for my character that I'll love, and it ties to the overall story and the other characters. I'm at an impasse here because my wife and her friends are having a great time, and if I leave, it will somehow ruin this great plot and their progress. But I dread sitting at the table twice a week for 6 hours a day and get only a chime in when I get any acknowledgement from NPCs who are even willing to talk to me. Sorry, this was such a long post. This has been sitting with me for the past 4 months since we started. Jesus! If I don't care how good your plot is, if the way there makes it really unfun for a person to play, then
and they've communicated it.
Yeah, you're not doing a good job, I think. If the player is like, hey, this really isn't fun for me, you change it up. I've been in tables, what's it called, D&D tables before that's like that, where they're like the DM is so caught up with the plot that what's it called, they just don't let like they kind of even like parang meta control the players. They're like, oh, you can't do that, but you can do this to make sure that their plot in their mind is followed regardless of what the players roll and role play as. Arden Martini says the player was so communicative. I agree. It's also one thing if like a player is like unhappy but they never say anything, because like how can a DM like adjust exactly, bro. We had what's it called, we recently, Kairi recently had her first D&D session, and you had a lot of fun with that, right?
Yeah, everyone was chiming in. It felt like a safe space to be just the character you play as.
12 hours a week for 4 months, that's beyond patience in this part. I agree, Foxtrot. How have the others not noticed? Probably because they just like having fun. Like, you know, like if the DM is your friend, you kind of like try not to think about it too much, you know? So I'm sure that they're giving her the benefit of the doubt. Like, oh yeah, it's fine.
What's
like,
your belief?
For me?
Yeah.
I feel like I wouldn't have noticed it. Especially if a lot of like the conversation is happening privately. Like he's reaching out to her privately, right? Like not to dredge up some things, right? So if I'm not seeing that conversation, I probably wouldn't have noticed it at all. How big is the party? I'm thinking pretty small, maybe 5. We can read more. There's like a few updates.
I think it's because he's the guy.
Oh.
Why did you skip?
Sorry. Okay.
Raika will say, let's read Reddit stories, and then she skips to the bottom.
No. Okay. So I'll try. So this is the next update. He just clarifies some things. 1, we were part of 4 tables previously. The first one was a group of college mates we had together that we thoroughly enjoyed, but it ended about 3 months in as the DM was going through a divorce and never picked it up again. After that, we had bad luck finding good tables. The first one, the DM was a very raw player and skipped all roleplay. Nothing wrong with that, but we found that wasn't necessarily what we were looking for. The other tables had some problem players, whom the DM didn't do anything about, so we left it as it would kill the jive of all the players around. 2, my wife found this group on D&D Beyond. It was advertised as a novice DM looking for players and not as an all-girls table. It just so happened that all the ones who contacted her were women. Number 3, she had been telling me about her sessions pretty much from day 1, as she was super excited to have found a table that worked for her. I stopped searching and did my mostly solo as my new hobby, but I loved hearing about her adventures with other people. Number 4, she told her group that she'd tell me about these adventures and how excited I was. The DM then extended an invitation to me. So why is it being, I don't know. I don't know if the DM is being really doing this on purpose.
He's a guy.
Because he's a guy? You
Yeah.
think so? They're picking... Like, you think that this is like a gender issue talaga?
He's a guy.
Like, he's a guy.
He's a guy.
Okay. I personally asked permission and the group's permission if I could. I was fully intended to give them space. If even one said no, they all agreed and I sat in for like last 3 months of their session. At the end of the campaign, DM told me that they were going to start a new one and asked if I wanted to make a character. I was excited to join. Everyone agreed and were very welcoming. Number 6, I came to the DM with a different storyline than what we decided on. She liked my idea but wanted to add a little flavor with the scenario between the gods of that world, saying that it fit a vision she had for the story. She didn't tell me what that vision was, but from what I saw, she was a great storyteller and I'm very flexible and can play into whatever she drums up for me. I did not know that this vision would then have me out of the game for almost all of the social RP stuff. 7, it wasn't always bad, just during my big roleplay moments and some strange rules that I had to make. But there were moments where I had fun. It just wasn't the majority of it. Alright, now for the update. I talked it over with my wife and she understood how I felt. She admitted she was in a hard place because she loved this group so much and it was the first time she felt like she could express herself but also play in a game with me that was reminiscent of our first group. She agreed that we would have a one-on-one video chat with a DM privately and discuss any possible ways to make this fun for us all. I even said that if she was going a certain way, to give me some info and I could play up to it. What I basically got was, I'm sorry you feel that way and can't handle some confrontation within the game. Whoa! My wife explained that confrontation is one thing, but I wasn't given a fair shot to prove myself. She, the DM, was not happy and said if I didn't want to play her game, I can hang out with the boys and do my own thing. Right then and there, I got my answer and politely said she's right. I thanked her for her time and said that I would be leaving. I told her she had full access to my character and plan whatever she wanted for her, and she thanked me before we ended the call. Shortly after that, she kicked my wife and I out of the Discord and blocked us. I feel so bad for her because she was honestly hurt, but she said she stands by my decision. You don't have to kick out the wife. The wife says, my wife. This happened Wednesday after our game, and I know she's hurt. My heart breaks because I know she's hurt, but I told her she could take that same character and we could play a solo D&D session together. TLDR, DM wasn't happy that I discussed my issues and told me to go play with the boys. Jesus. So some comments. With the context given, it seems that even if not said directly, the DM had a huge grudge against men. If you really told her politely that she could use her character and thanked her even, she shouldn't have your wife punished. It's sad, but your wife would be better off if they can't respect people equally. Another comment said, I'm sorry your wife lost access to a thing that mattered to her, but honestly, I'm proud of you guys. Another one said, one player has reached out to... Oh, has anyone from the group reached out to her though? One player has reached out to the wife to talk. They keep it very hush-hush, but I think that's what kept her from being completely devastated. And then, final update. Apparently, the players found the thread and confronted the DM about this. They started DMing me and my wife for our side and confronted the DM. It looks like the DM is taking a break now from all the drama we caused. Crazy. That is the update.
Did you see it coming?
No, I didn't think it would be like she hated men or something. If she didn't want him there, she shouldn't have invited him, right? That feels weird. That feels really weird. Or maybe it was like a case of like, just to be polite, I'm inviting him, but he took it seriously and now I'm stuck with him.
No. She really wanted him to come.
To be like really antagonistic.
Well, at first, I'm guessing this is the usual thing that happens with girls with that kind of
Attitude.
attitude.
How do you know? You are surrounded by awful people. You know, like the way these people move and act.
So they'll invite the person, right? They invite the guy, like, oh, you can, come buddy with us.
Yeah.
'Cause that's how they're gonna know if they like you or not.
Yeah.
If you're acting too much of a boy, of a guy, like just a normal person,
Yeah.
you're not like being, you're not showing some signals.
Yeah.
Depends on the signals. But yeah, if you're not showing the right signals to her,
Immediately
bad.
bad.
The moment he said that it was like all girls and the DM was a girl, I was like, this might be the case.
Wait, is Kairi in that circle?
What? No.
No, she went to a high school with like a lot of bad people.
Yeah.
That's why.
They were very shady.
So he was being targeted for harassment because of his gender. So petty. Yeah, pretty much.
When she noticed na he's not like the person that she wants to play with, it's like you're like the other guys I know.
I wonder if do you think that she was doing it purposely to get him to leave talaga?
Yeah, at that point. Or actually to leave, and if he's not gonna leave, she's gonna really make it into hell talaga. Like nothing. She's not gonna give him anything to work with. Those little things that he said, oh, there's like moments, those are just crumbs. You know, just to keep you in the game and let you like continue playing her game. Crazy.
I okay, devil's advocate. What if like she really did have like a very interesting plot line, but she just wasn't like literally she just refused to communicate any of it for the plot, and costing her the friendship with the wife. And now like what if that is how it is, and she just got like super salty, like, oh, why can't you just trust me? And then she said that like hurtful stuff.
Because if the whole plot matters, it's okay. Yeah, sure, let that be a secret. But the whole thing is like she is not giving any recognition to this character.
Yeah.
And that's like something that as a DM, right? You should be aware of what you're doing. You should be aware of the whole team, whole group, right? So I don't believe that she's like, oh, it's just for the suspense.
But he kept offering to leave. That's why I kind of think that that's the point. Like, that's why I thought that maybe she might, like, the DM might actually think that, no, this is for the plot. No, you just gotta trust me. She just didn't want to say anything. And that's why, like, she kept saying, no, you gotta stay. But I guess I can understand, see what you're saying. Like, she was breadcrumbing him. Like, no, you can stay. But, like, it's all for the purpose of antagonizing him. Makes sense.
If she didn't hate him during, like, after the first session, I'm pretty sure she hated him the moment he messaged her. Like, so he doesn't think I'm a good DM. You know? That can also be the thing. But, you know, it all boils down with him being a guy.
Yeah.
Seen it a lot. Next, please.
All right. My husband fell in love with another woman and wants to try polyamory. That's not gonna blow up on his face.
Just move away.
Yeah.
Let it go. Why? Why do people?
Polyamory is something that all parties have to be okay with.
Yeah. It's not a one thing.
If the wife immediately says like, no, divorce, don't push for it. It's not gonna work out, bro. Hot take, the DM wanted his wife, mayhaps. I don't know, maybe. I don't know. Maybe he's just a man-hater though. I wonder if she wanted to kill him in the end of the story. Now we'll never know. We'll never know the plot because he didn't stick around. He should have stuck around for the plot. Should have stuck around.
Well,
asking for polyamory, the relationship is already long dead. I feel like you have to start with polyamory from the beginning. Because like monogamous relationships have different boundaries and rules. Some are similar, but most of it there's a lot of flexibility that has to happen, and everybody has to be okay with that.
Like, it has to be really early.
It has to be really early on in the relationship. So I agree. If you were asking for polyamory like later in life, I feel like the monogamous relationship is dead. You gotta move on, bro. Find a different person to do that with you. All right. Hi, I've been married to my hubby for 4 years, and we've been together for 12 years. 12 years, man. Everything down the drain. After a lot of financial struggle, we bought a house, and we are now planning to get kids. Don't have kids. Don't have kids. The thing is, a few months ago, my husband fell sick and had to stay home for a while. He decided to pick up an online game and started having weekly sessions with a group of players.
Oh my god, he got catfished. Oh my god!
Among them is a girl, 30 I think. And long story short, he fell in love with her. Also, welcome in Heart of Sarah.
Oh, my gamer girl. I love my gamer girl.
Wait.
I've only seen her in my games, but love her.
Whoa. Science says, would have been great if the DM and the husband conspired together. The cheat antagonized his character for years to set up a heel turn for his character to be the final boss. Missed opportunity. I like those things. I'm gonna tell you guys my bad D&D, experience, okay? I'm gonna tell you.
Okay.
Sorry, let's take a pause on this husband wanting polyamory. So I used to be part of this D&D group with a very close friend. And he started out DMing because I was encouraging him to do so. I was like, oh, I think that you would be really great at it or whatever. But there was like a little bit of tension between us, like bad tension between us. Like it felt like the friendship wasn't going well, but it was kind of weird. But like, yeah. So he started this group with my group of friends, my group of online friends, and we would play. And I don't know. I think that he just brought in whatever. I don't know. I guess he just didn't like me at all. But he wouldn't say it to my face. But he would do things a lot. So there was this one session where, there's a session, right? And he's gonna ask me what I wanted to do, and I would say something, and he just would ignore it, or he would ignore it. And I'm like, what the hell is going on? I keep saying stuff, but he wouldn't. Like, he just won't make any mention of it. And so one of my friends said, hey, Raika just said something really cool. Like, and you didn't even, like, give notice to it or whatever. And he's like, she did? It's like, yeah. And he was like, sorry, I guess I have her muted. And I'm like, he muted me?
Do I know this person?
Yeah.
Can you sign it to me? Oh my god. Okay, go on.
He had me muted in the call. It's like, sorry, my bad. It's like, how could you have me muted? Like, first of all, if you have me muted, you could see the little icon. Or like, you would have to do it like by yourself, right? Like, you would right click on my freaking character, you would mute me. So it means that he mutes me in freaking Discord calls.
During a session.
Holy fucking shit! If you didn't want me to play with you, it really ruined the mood. I was like, bro. I didn't confront him, but I was obviously like upset. I was like, I think I'm done with the game. And then I left. And from what my friend told me, they said like, oh yeah, we kind of like ended the session there or whatever. But like that group was my group of friends. He didn't do it to anyone else in that group except for me. The fucking audacity.
You were a girl.
All of us were girls.
That's the thing. That's a worst.
And I was like so flabbergasted. I just never attended another one. I thought it was like I was really upset. Anyway, that's my cuento. That's like my D&D horror story.
Isn't he the same guy who D&D'd for my trial D&D session 2?
He did?
Yeah, and then he invited the other two guys, and they were like, I'm gonna think that it's like kind of like sexual assault because they kept on touching me.
He hates you? Yeah, he did. He really did, but he wouldn't tell me. He would just, it sucked. It sucked.
It's really bad.
It sucked. And he would hang out with all my friends that I introduced to him, but he was like icing me out. It was very, very, I don't
like that person.
What happened to yours? I don't remember that.
You were there.
I was there.
But you were.
Maybe it was another traumatic event.
You weren't there, you know? You were there, but you weren't there.
I wasn't mentally present. What was I doing?
It was those times. And he invited the other two guys.
That had a crush on you?
Yes, who were really into me. And then he just made...
And he knew that they had a crush on you.
And he made things possible that they'll be able to touch me. And I was not happy about that. And so I looked at you and you were like, oh, do you want to change seats? I changed seats. And then he was still able to let that happen. It was frustrating.
Oh,
I don't like it. And so I didn't want to play D&D anymore. Until I met this wonderful DM. brought light to the world.
Made it possible for you to enjoy it.
Yeah.
My goodness.
Man. If it wasn't for that, I wouldn't have played. That first trial thingy sucked so much. And I just wanted to go home. I felt icky. I don't like it. Don't touch me.
Fair enough, fair enough. My goodness.
Always in the blacklist, guys.
Anyway, let's go back to the polyamorous.
Oh yeah, the polyamorous guy. Yes.
Okay.
With his gamer girlfriend.
All right.
Does the girl even know?
Eto na, let's see. Long story short, he fell in love with her. He broke down crying a month ago and admitted it. He told me it built up so gradually that he didn't understand how he felt until it was too. I've heard that before. Oh, it just happened. Oh, please.
Go on.
They started texting privately after meeting and eventually had one-on-one calls together. Then
Video calls or just voice calls? Cause
maybe both. Then at some point, he said she told him she was in love with him and he realized it was mutual. He said he told her it was impossible, but he loved her too. What the fuck?
oh my god, this girl said that she likes me. Now I'm gonna love her forever. Don't do
My
that.
goodness. Okay, let's see. They tried to be just friends, but they couldn't resist. Oh my god, tail us all this time. And continued to show affection for each other. He showed me the text, but also ventured into sexting. She asked if she could meet him face to face, but he refused.
Be a scam, please be a scam.
So he told me all of this, apologized over and over again, and told me he couldn't control himself. And while he loved us both, it was me he would choose no matter what. I was still very upset and slept at a friend's that night to gather my thoughts. I decided to forgive him because he clearly felt guilty and wanted to work it out. I told him that while I was deeply hurt, I still appreciated him coming forward to me and being honest about what happened.
Okay, he's just being that person. Okay.
We got into a long conversation about how we were feeling in our relationship. I accepted that he could love someone else, but I said I didn't like how he handled it. He agreed. And then yesterday, he asked if I was comfortable opening up the marriage to polyamory. He said he still wanted to live with me and have kids, but can't erase or ignore the feelings he has for her.
What?
He says he wants to do it right and let us both see other people with clear boundaries and communication and still be present for one
Hey,
another.
he didn't give any clear boundaries and clear
Or-
communication
yeah.
before.
I'm gonna be honest, it made me very uncomfortable at first. We have several friends who are poly. I know more or less how it works, but I never really thought about getting into it myself because you're not polyamorous. You can't force it, girl. You know? I am not against it. It just never crossed my mind before. You're not against it because you're with him for 12 freaking years. You don't want to throw it all down the drain. It's, I'm trying to think it through, but it's a lot to take in. I'm sorry, my writing is probably messy, but it's kind of hard to focus. Could you give my opinions on that?
Leave him. If he wanted a polyamorous position, he should have just said it from the start. You know,
Yeah.
The moment he met the girl, no, he was like, he was gonna dash to the girl.
Yeah.
Already, he already broke the rule of polyamory. Is that right?
Look, giving him the benefit of the doubt, maybe he could make it work personally, but he shouldn't burden OP with that decision as well. You know.
I say throw him out, cash him aside. How about that? I don't know. I don't care for this guy.
Sounds like a bad dodging plot.
He just went to the internet and some girl was like, and then he's like,
Top comments. I'd be divorcing so fast. Another comment. So he cheated and now wants to be able to keep cheating by calling it poly lol. Come on. Do not have kids with this man for the love of God. Another comment says, you got married under the assumption you would remain monogamous. He is trying to fundamentally change the nature of your relationship. If I were you, I would drop any attempts at conceiving and figure out your next steps. All right, ready for update? I give him props for not keeping it a secret, but he did, kinda. He kept it on a down low for a while.
He was trying to figure it out how to like make it work for him.
Yeah.
For just him.
And then he felt really guilty. Quote unquote.
I bet when she slept with her at her friend's place, he was still texting the girl.
He was like, I can't believe this is happening. I thought that we were meant for each other.
It's okay, boo. I gotcha.
Tell us all this time. Okay. You can't force someone to be poly. I had a guy who tried to invite me to his polycule once, and I told him I was uncomfortable with what he was okay with. But also still flirted sometimes. But for the most part, once he knew I was uncomfy with it, he said okay. Yeah. You gotta, like, if that's just how you are in terms of romantic relationships, you're polyamorous, then sure.
Someone tried
But you can't force someone into it.
Yeah. Someone tried to invite me in a poly situation. And I said no, of course. And then I learned that her girlfriend doesn't even know about it.
Whoa!
It's crazy, chat. It's crazy. How people will really try
to push for it, to try to get best of both worlds.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. Update. First off, sorry I didn't reply to all your comments. I'm very thankful for them. They helped me realize hard but fair truths about the whole situation. I waited for a bit to think about it all and had multiple long discussions with my husband. I wanted to confront him before making a final decision. To answer some of your questions, the other girl wanted to meet him, but they never did. Partly because my husband refused, but honestly, mostly because she lives too far from here. I still got checked for STDs though, and I'm clean. As for our polyamory friends, they apparently were the ones who suggested him to go down the polyamory road. I stopped talking to them for now. I'll deal with the bigger problem first. I told him his actions hurt me deeply and that while I appreciated him admitting his affair, it was still infidelity. I told him what you guys said, that turning it into a polyamory was merely green-lighting the affair after the fact. The polyamory should be built on mutual trust and communication, which he already broke.
Yes!
That I didn't feel respected.
Amen!
It destroyed him, as it should. He said he already knew deep down, but didn't want to admit it neither to me nor to himself. We both screamed and cried a lot. He finally admitted he wanted to open the marriage for selfish reasons. He's very sorry. He cut off the contact with the other girl, let me fully access his computer and phone, and now wants to go to counseling to repair our relationship and marriage. He's showing me a lot of affection and attention since then because of guilt! Although he admits himself, it's sometimes out of guilt and not just I knew it! I'm out of pure love. And now I want to make it work too, but am I? Or is it it's sunk cost fallacy, girl? I don't know. Our first session is in 2 months, the earliest we could get, and every day I change my mind. Literally, yesterday I wanted to leave him. Well, today I think it's worth giving it a try. Because we've known each other for so long, we understand each other on a very deep level, share a lot of interests, and have already built so much together. Yeah, it's a sunk cost fallacy talaga. He was there for me during the hard parts of my life. He took responsibility for his actions and is really trying. Plus, if I leave him, I'd have to start my life nearly from scratch, find a new place to live, go back into dating for the first time in 12 years. I don't want to lose everything. So it is the sunk cost fallacy at the girl. That's why. How old is she? She's like 33. She's not that old.
Some people
well, maybe. They say like people die around like 70 nowadays. So
60,
she's like
let's
middle.
put it at 60 maybe.
She's like at midlife right now. Maybe she is a little bit old. No, she's not. It's not too old to find new love.
You're not too old to love, but you might be too old to love some particular people. So
yeah,
be careful. Don't do it.
But at the same time, that's a form of denial, isn't it? It doesn't matter if those years were good. It's not going to be the same. Even if he gains my trust back, even if I forgive him, I'll never forget. I think that means that he'll never get your trust back.
Trauma.
Yeah. I think he's genuinely remorseful, but isn't it too late for that? Am I too empathetic? Him being present now doesn't erase what was done. Do I want to stay, not because I still believe in the relationship, but because I don't have the strength to ask for a divorce? I have no idea. I can picture both paths clearly, and it's tearing me apart. It's tearing me apart, Lisa! Oh, hi, Mark. I am lost, maybe even more than I was when I wrote my previous post. I've lost sleep and appetite, and I'm not sure I enjoy anything in my life anymore. Yeah. Sheesh. And a couple of infos I should have mentioned. He cut off contact with her because once once he told her he was married and wanted us both, she just ran away and broke up with him.
Do you know what that means?
She didn't know. The other person didn't know that he was married. He just told her, I'm sorry, it's impossible.
It's okay, babe.
Whoa! That's even worse!
See, they always do that. They start with the whole thing.
Jesus! There are times since then where my husband starts feeling sad or angry because of what's basically withdrawal. And for that, he's smartly sensible enough not to blame me. What kind of marriage did we had before this crisis? It will sound so naive. It's my first and only romantic relationship. We were very close and basically grew as adults together. During our argument, he said he was addicted to the attention of the girl he was giving him. And so what's stopping him from another girl giving him attention again, right? And that he felt I didn't show him I was in love with him enough anymore. I told him that even if that was true, he should have told me instead of having an affair. On one hand, I have my faults too, and I could accept this as one of them. On the other, I was taking care of him in the house while he was sick. I don't think he believes it. I don't think he means it. Oof.
Well, that's a good story. But, you know, it's a story that we always know. Tale as old as time.
Another update 3 months later.
Oh! Where are
We have like 2 more updates. No, 3 more updates.
TLDR.
Okay, wait, let me read the next update. They're divorcing.
Nice.
He begged me to try to reconcile with him, to which I agreed. We separated temporarily 3 times, but every time I came back. He kept trying to cross my boundaries, love bombing me, playing the victim, asking to touch me even though I established I didn't want to. Threatening to kill himself if we were to divorce. I could go on.
It's not healthy anymore. What? Raika, listen to this. My girlfriend and I tried out a polythrouple once, but that third person is not in the relationship anymore. Agree?
Was it a compatibility issue?
Yeah,
like,
did it work
your
out?
personality wasn't compatible. Maybe sex life wasn't compatible.
Did you know about like poly people?
Yeah. I've known a couple of poly people. Some on the internet, some in real life. Though the ones in real life didn't really work out. Now, because like the fact that she didn't know tells me that he's the scumbag at that point, and they both needed to get out. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right, though.
Yeah.
In my opinion, divorce is an overkill if it ended with some flirting. But see, it's not about the flirting. It's about the deception. And he didn't just deceive the wife. He was also deceiving the other girl.
Yeah.
You know? I think that is the problem. The deception in it. It's not the flirting. It's the lying. The lying about the flirting. The lying about why he wanted polyamory. Right? The lying about his intentions. And now he's trying to like overcompensate. And like the mature thing about this is like you like, let's say he really does want to work on this relationship. The problem is the other person doesn't want to anymore. And at that point, you have to also just step back and realize that the relationship is 2 people. If the other person says no, then can't really do anything about that.
It wasn't ignoring me almost completely and being way too clingy with the girlfriend thing.
Oh, they were trying to ice you out.
Yeah.
They were into the girlfriend.
Yeah.
And they were like, okay, I'm gonna try to like
wiggle my in.
Yeah, wiggle. Like they weren't there to be the third person. They were there to replace you.
Yeah.
That's what the problem. Okay. Some flirting is really underselling the deception. He was hiding it for a long time and fell in love with someone else. He's married. That's true. If you ever feel like you're catching feelings, end. Stop. Don't. Red light.
Don't what do you call that?
That's what you do as a married person, you know? That's the commitment. Does commitment not mean anything anymore? Anyway, she said that she wanted to have a divorce, handed him the papers. He agreed. He repeatedly asked me if I was sure. He reminded me of the family we were planning to have and our best memories together. Was it apparently for nothing? He should have thought about that before he fell in love with another woman. He was heartbroken, clearly mad and frustrated, but still he agreed. He signed it na daw. Okay. Next update. I wish that my last post was the final update. I wish, God, I wish, but no, of course not.
Oh.
Of course, it got worse again.
Okay.
After my soon-to-be ex-husband signed the divorce papers, we went no contact. At least I tried to. He still sent me text messages, voice messages, and tried to call me multiple times. He even sent me a long letter full of statements such as, I'm concerned that your mental health is deteriorating. I believe you need antidepressants. Whoa! That is not his place to comment on. Unless, like, she's crashing out and, like, I don't know, publicly crashing out, then maybe. But, like, that's not his place. He claimed that the crisis was just as hard for him as it was for me. People told me he was escalating and that I should have protect myself. I should have listened immediately, but I didn't react soon enough. Then he came to our street. He arrived uninvited and pleaded with me to give him a second chance. He said he wanted to be there for me, for us, insisting that he didn't deserve any of this. I started to feel, you see that language? He didn't deserve any of that.
Yeah.
Very selfish way of framing it. He saw that I was unwell and wanted to comfort me, so he hugged me, but I didn't want to be touched. I'm pretty sure I told him no. I think I screamed no multiple times, but my memory is fuzzy. Either I misremembered or I did say no and he ignored it and didn't stop. I know it's just a hug, but it triggered a severe panic attack. He called emergency services, telling them he was worried about me because I wasn't myself. Yikes. I had to ask the paramedics to ask him to leave. After that, he told me he was there for me if I needed him, but he thought we needed space. Ang kapal ng mukha niya!
Go on.
He contacted half our social circle to inform that I was unwell and needed support. That is not his place to say. People reached out of the blue to ask if I was okay. I became paranoid, unsure of who to trust anymore. Close friends, my therapist, and people here helped me see things more clearly. My lawyer filed a restraining order against him, but unfortunately, it was refused. Not enough concrete evidence of a threat, apparently. In the meantime, I've moved into an apartment of my own. He doesn't know where I live. Hell, almost nobody does. I'd constantly wonder how he reacted when he found out. I'm still paying my half of the mortgage because nothing has been decided regarding a house yet. Oof.
Okay, very important note from chat. Unrelated, but I like that the little shimmering Kairi's eyes look like little balloons without a string. Thank you, Hound. Houndy. Also, wow, a cheater and a gaslighter? Nuh-uh. 2 words, girly. Restraining order.
He went from a cheater to like a freaking like abuser. Okay, this is half a year later.
Ano?
Last update. Hey everyone, I know it's been a while. First off, I'm relieved to say that the restraining order second attempt has been granted. My ex-husband sent me a long apology love letter text asking me to take care of myself. I haven't heard from him since then. The divorce was recently finalized and the house has been sold. Starting over is overwhelming. I often find myself asking a lot of questions. What if I had spoken up sooner? What if I recognized the signs earlier? What if I had been more assertive and expressed my boundaries better? Alright, my new apartment has become a safe haven for me. I recently turned 34. I still struggle with trust in relationships. Yeah, she's doing okay. That's the final update.
He was a scum, now he's just a psycho. Yes, the classic. I didn't like this, but now I'm making it my own idea. Honestly, I've been looking at the shines in Kairi's eyes too. I was thinking the same thing. Everybody's so mesmerized about my eyes.
Okay. All right.
Look at it. I mean, because you're looking at it too much, Chad.
Oh,
What? What happened?
there was like a weird lighting effect that happened.
Oh, that's just my eyes.
What? Okay.
Here. Have more of my eyes.
You can go further. You can show everyone.
I think my VTube studio is buggy.
Oh.
I'm stuck now.
No, you see, you're being bigger.
Okay. One eye to eye. Oh, actually, if I was the sun and you were the moon, Raika, it looks good, right? I think.
What? That was such a random thing to
If
say.
I was a planet, see, look up. I am the planet sun, and I will conquer the Milky Way when I explode. And you are the moon, so small and little, but loved by so many. You have to be
Alright.
the sun.
I think we're done with Reddit stories. That's a good place to end, right?
Really? Yeah, sure. If you don't want to read anymore.
Did you guys enjoy that, or did you guys dislike it? Tell me. Tell me now.
I'm telling you, I'm good with it.
You're intruding. Can you stop? You're intruding in their private space.
What? What space? Ah, look at my tongue. Very G-rated.
Somebody could take a picture of that and put it in a weird site.
Why do you do that, Chat? You don't have to do it.
Some people do that. Like, I know that, like, there's some people, what they do is, like, they take pictures of people's armpits and post it on the site.
Like random people? Like,
Yeah,
they just
like, if
see
they-
it in Facebook and
If
then
they
just...
see, like, nice armpits, they post it on.
That's why I don't post armpits.
How about feet? There's
don't
also
think-
a feet, like a website for feet.
I don't think I've posted any feet really, unless we're in the beach.
Let's go to the beach.
Beach, let's go away. They say what they're gonna say. Oh, maybe we should do. Oh! Do you want to do chat for our anniversary?
What?
Chat.
What do you mean? I like we're chatting with them about
No,
that.
chat.
Ano?
The best segment that we've ever made. Chat.
What does that mean?
CHAT. Chat has a talent. Do you not remember?
What? We had that?
We have a segment called Chat. You should know this.
We
if
have
you're
never,
a real
we
chatter.
have never done that in such a long time if we did.
Chat has a talent. See, Bombo knows. I think Bombo. I remember some of the chatters.
I don't remember that at all.
So what happens is we're the judges, right? We're the judges, and then we start a talent show where we're looking for real good talents, and chat auditions for it. Yeah, but it's under our thing. So when they come into what happened?
Remember?
What
this
happened
at all.
last time is that chat will come into the voice call, and then we decide what their talent is.
What? This
Yes.
is so new to me.
What do you mean?
I've never heard this before in my life.
You told me to make a joke. Oh my god. See, all of the oldies. Wow, oldies.
Oldies?
All of the oldies know this. Chat has a talent.
I've never heard this in my life.
Right,
at all.
chat. And do you remember the video I made for it? There was like, and it's Mr. Simon Cowell, and he was pointing at the pigeon on the roof, the ceiling, and he was like, "What is that? What is that?" And it was an USA on the ceiling. Whoa, what is that? And his chat has a talent.
I don't remember this at all.
Yes, it was the Raika auditions.
What?
Yes, everybody was auditioning to be the next Raika.
When was this?
Really long time ago. It was called Chat Has a Talent, Chat for short. It was really good, right, Chat? You remember? Raika was sick at the time. Oh yeah, you weren't there.
That's why I don't remember this.
That's why they were auditioning to be your part.
I have a little Chicago working.
Maybe we can do it. I want to do the magic show on our anniversary too.
Oh.
The super magic show, the ultimate magic show. And I want to do chat has a talent as well. If chat wants to be part, we want to do stuff, events for the anniversary that is very interactive for chat. We're those kinds of people now.
Okay.
Aw, Bon, you remember so much, not like some sister.
But I was sick. I was down for the count.
Oh yeah. And everyone had a paper if they got in or not. It was really cool. I had cool glasses too. I was Kairi Simon Cowell, I think. That was my name back then. May nagtatrabaho. Yeah, good stuff.
All right. I think we're good. Do you want to keep talking? I feel like I'm tired now.
I'm tired too.
Okay.
My teeth hurts.
Whoa, right. Okay. Because of the singaw?
Yes, and my wisdom too.
Right. All right. Let's end it here, chat. We'll see you guys on Saturday. That's the Saturday evening for the Filipinos in chat, for the Asians in chat. And that is Saturday morning EST for those who are in EST time. We are going to be playing 5 Hearts Under One Roof demo. It is a kind of like a visual novel dating simulator kind of game where we choose between one of the 5 girls under the one roof of our apartment. So yay! Let's see what if we like it. It's a vibe check. Let's see if the vibe matches with the stream chat. Yeah, we'll see you guys. I'm gonna go look for someone to rate. Thank you so much for taking this time to just chat with us, learn about Reddit stories and whatnot.
I saw on the internet that there's a ninja cafe. Instead of a maid cafe, you become ninjas, and then you wear ninja
Where's
outfit
that,
in Japan.
Oh.
I saw that and I was like, maybe we should go to Japan just for the ninja cafe. I want to be a ninja for a day. And then they give you shuriken, and they were like, you can throw the shuriken and all that stuff. And then they show you hand signs. They were doing this. It was crazy good. That's gonna be my goal, to be a ninja in Japan for just one day. Maybe just an hour is fine, Ninja cafes, it's just an empty building, and it has hidden doors and all that stuff too. So you can take pictures of you bursting out of a hidden door like a ninja.
Oh, you resubbed earlier, Heart of Sword. Thank you so much.
Oh yeah, thank you. Baba Eat Nino, thank you again for the sub. That's 29 months with Ecotone as a tier 1 subber. Amazing. Also, bye-bye everyone. Please say bye-bye in the chat so we can say bye-bye to you properly. Adios, mi amigo. Bye-bye, Bonbon. Bye, Jasmine Dragon. Bye, Captain Han. Bye-bye. Bye, Ironclaw. Bye-bye. Bye, Hans. Is polyamory a choice? Bye, Skinner. Bye, Leo. Bye, Red.
Wait, is that their username?
That was their question.
Oh.
Bye, Andrew Buff.
You're not
bye,
gonna answer?
Foxtrot. Too late. Bye-bye. Bye, Flavio. Bye, Corgi. Bye, Harmsoy. Bye-bye. Bye, Leo. Bye, Jet Momo. Bye, Sweet Toy. Thank you for modding. Bye-bye, Mino. Bye-bye, Mira. Bye-bye. Bye, Bertwell Brian. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Arden Martini. Bye-bye. Hope you have a great time wherever you're going. I did not ask where they were going.
Wherever you go, whatever you are.
Oh.
I will be right here waiting for you.
Bye, Skinner. Bye-bye.
Or how my heart breaks.
I will be... Bye, Richard. Bye-bye.
Right here